Alright guys, Dior's La Collection Privé or Privé Collection Original Trio has launched. I just received it. It's in the box here. I'm going to tell you all about it. It has the fragrances Cologne Blanche, Eau Noire, and Bois d'Argent. I did a video of this anticipation video, and apparently this is the first trio of fragrances that Francis Kurkdjian is working on. He created the original two, and then Annick Menardo created another one. So Eau Noire and Cologne Blanche were created by Francis Kurkdjian, Bois d'Argent by Annick Menardo, but now he's taken over and relaunched it in this new limited edition kit, which I just ordered from Dior a week or so ago. I haven't opened it yet. And what I'm going to do is smell them and then compare them to the original Bois d'Argent and Eau Noire. I don't currently have Cologne Blanche. It's been discontinued for a while, but I'm going to let you know all about this, plus price hikes for DIOR PRIVE as well, and a stupid little issue I had with buying this kit. I'm going to tell you all about it coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today we're talking about the DIOR PRIVE collection, the original trio limited edition kit. And from what I remember about this kit is that they were launching it as a trio in 40 mLs, and they were going to add the 3 fragrances into the Privé collection, or the La Collection Privé fragrances in original bottles. So this was relaunched as a limited edition. But you know, I had some issues. I ordered it online for $450 for the kit. I'm going to open it up and show it to you. And I went back to take notes, and it looked like the price was $375. I'm like, I got the thing for almost $500 with tax for the whole kit. Now it's $375. I contacted online tech support there, the chat. They said we can't really do anything about it, blah blah blah. I called. They didn't really know anything about it. So basically I checked out again and paid for it at $375 with tax around $404. So as soon as the other one comes, I'm going to ship that back with the original invoice and get credit for it, because I don't know what the heck is going on. Why did I pay almost $500 with tax on the first same exact kit, and how come it's $375? Nobody knew anything. Maybe it's a glitch on their website, but what do you guys think? Did you buy this kit yet, and did you pay $450 plus tax or $375 plus tax? Do let me know. Put a comment down. Before I open this kit up though, let me tell you about the price hikes for DIOR PRIVE fragrances in these kind of bottles. So Eau Noire, I think it's coming back because they just relaunched it in this kit, so it's coming back as a new fragrance, new juice color. We'll talk about Bois d'Argent and all the other fragrances in the collection, like Fève Délicieuse, Eau d'Ispahan, and so on. There's many of them out there, you know, Spice Blend, Col Noir, Rouge Trafalgar, and all of those fragrances. So they increased the price from $330 to $350. And now it's gone up to $450 for the 250 ml. But still, I think this collection is the least expensive of the private or the exclusive collections from the designers, because 250 ml at $450 plus tax boils down to $1.96 per mil when you buy this particular size. There is 125 ml, and that's $310, and it bumps up the per mil price to $270. And then finally 40 ml for $125, so the per mil price there is $340. So obviously you're paying more per mil price if you get the smaller, but you're paying less per mil price, but still paying more to get the larger bottles, if that makes sense. But still, I think price hikes happening. I had a theory, perhaps because the dollar is so equal to the euro now, because I'm going back in September, and I'm so excited because normally when I first started going to Europe, like in 2006, I was paying around $1.40, almost $1.50 to the euro. So now it's equal, even maybe perhaps getting even better. So maybe that's why these price hikes are happening. I don't know, but yeah, they're happening, so I'm assuming since they're happening here everywhere, the price hikes we're going to see. So we shall see what happens. But personally, I think the DIOR PRIVE collection is probably the best overall value of all of the designers' exclusive collections. I personally think they are. They might not have the best performance, not all of them, some of them do, but personally I think the value is great. $1.96 per mil is pretty good, I think. Even at this price point, per mil price is good. But still, they used to be a lot less. It was $350. It had gone up to $350, is what I should say, from $330 just recently, and now it's gone up to $450. So that's getting up there. It's getting high, very high. A lot of these fragrances, they're going to see a lot of price hikes, and this is just a sad thing we're going to have to deal with. Anyway, let's move on to this kit. All right, so this, as I said, I bought this for $450 plus tax, and when I went back to the Dior website to do my notes, and the price had gone down to $375. What the heck is going on? I don't know. Do let me know if you've bought this kit and if you have paid $450 or $375. I took a lot of screenshots and I'm going to display them not only with my original price checkout at $450 plus tax for around $480, and then now with the new checkout at $375 plus tax for about $404. But I haven't smelled these, so let's go ahead and open it up on camera to see what exactly this is. I was kind of hoping that this would be available in Europe. It wasn't, but thankfully it wasn't, because it's too big. I ran out of space a lot, and I don't know how I would have brought everything with me. And you know, Dior does such a great job, you know, putting the stuff together. As you can see, even though I'm gonna have to tear into this, I think it's a great presentation that they're doing it like this. Anyway, we shall see how they are. I hate to tear into this, but we're gonna go ahead and tear into it. There's no other way to open this thing up. Although this has kind of changed. I think this little, whatever you call that, has changed. It seems a little more easier to take on and off. But as you can see, it's nicely wrapped. They do a good job wrapping this thing up together. And it looks like they have included one of these little thingies that you can spray and put in your little dresser drawers to make your fragrances smell. But also, now all these brands are coming up with their little baggy thingies that you can, you know, travel with. You know, you can put like whatever you want to put in these things, which is kind of a nice add-on to everything as well. So here's the kit in the box like this. These are 40 ml bottles, 1.3 fluid ounce. They're all eau de parfum, and so we shall see how they are. Anybody already tried this? Anybody excited to try this? Once again, same thing here, but now we can flip this over and, oh, it's even more sealed, sorry. There's some paperwork in here I gotta dig into, but here are the bottles. So, right there, as you can see, so Cologne Blanche is the lightest. Eau Noire and Bois d'Argent look very similar in color. Very, very similar. So Cologne Blanche used to be, well, actually the whole trio of these fragrances used to be Eau de Cologne when they first launched in 2004. I don't know when Cologne Blanche got discontinued. I remember sampling it once or twice somewhere from samples people had sent me, but I never really got to deal with those bottles. There's Cologne Royale. I don't know what the status of that fragrance is either. So what I'm gonna do is go from Cologne Blanche and go to Eau Noire, and then go to Bois d'Argent and smell that. But let's see what this little envelope is all about. What's inside here. Okay, just a little write-up from Francis Kurkdjian, as you can see right there. The re-release of Eau Noire, Cologne Blanche, and Bois d'Argent have revived the founding creative act of La Collection Privée Christian Dior. When I arrived at the House of Dior, people spoke to me of a desire to reunite the fragrances and retell this beautiful story. It's the story of a first encounter, one that is bold and demanding, sincere and elegant, the expression of an olfactory aesthetic that has always been my guide. Okay, let's smell these. Alright, so Cologne Blanche, let's see how this one smells. Cologne Blanche is supposed to be orange blossom, violet, and amber. Very powdery. I think the violet adds a powdery quality. I mean, orange blossom to me also has a powdery quality, and ambers can get powdery as well. So this is a very violet forward, fresh, bright, citrusy orange blossom with a heavy amber base. I was not expecting this. And again, I don't have a fragrance to compare this one to. So I think this is the one that's going to be the least one I can report on, but I like what I'm smelling. It's not my favorite, but it smells pretty good. You know, maybe when I'm wearing it, it might turn out to be a favorite, but as of now, The violet is kind of throwing me off with the orange blossom, I think, at least it is to me. But again, it's probably first impressions, and I might get used to it and it might smell great. Cologne Blanche, white cologne, or you know, pure cologne. So let's go on to Eau Noire next. So Eau Noire got the biggest facelift, I believe. Let's see how it compares to the original. I'm smelling the original. So this one is Lavender Myrrh with a Gourmand accord. You know, it's fairly similar to the original. No, it's different. Let's compare. So for me, the lavender is definitely more pronounced in the original. But now that I'm going back and forth between the two, they're starting to remind me of one another. But I feel like there's definitely less lavender in the new version. And that maple syrupiness is kind of gone. Not all the way, but adds a kind of a more of a sweet... I think it's still there. I think the maple syrupiness is there, but it's creating another kind of a sweet gourmand experience rather than full-on syrupy, drippy. But definitely the original is a lot more lavenderier and definitely more classic. So it has been changed, whereas it is paying tribute to the original, but definitely not necessarily as like really like overdose of lavender and aromatics to the extent of reminding you like a jar of herbs that you open up and you get this whiff of like sharp, spicy herbs kind of a thing. I don't know which one to, I should say, I don't know which one I would prefer over the other. I quite like the original, but definitely that, like, the presence of like really raw herbs is gone in the new version, which is nice. So let's try Bois d'Argent. So Bois d'Argent, I don't know if he redid this or not. I know he did stuff to it, but the original was created by Annick Menardo, and I've been a fan. To me, it wears like a skin scent, so it's not the most exciting fragrance, but it's definitely a wearable fragrance, so we shall see. So this one to me smells identical to the original. Let's try the current version in this bottle. Iris and frankincense are the keynotes in both of these fragrances. Of course, the two kind of create an ambery base with the Bois d'Argent. They're very close. I think probably he hasn't done much difference to it, although I'll have to compare them separately on their own. But for me, I'm not noticing a lot of difference between the two versions of Bois d'Argent. So maybe he's left this one fairly you know, to the way it is and not done a lot of changes to it. Maybe he's kind of softened it up a little bit. Anyway, that's what I'm experiencing here with these fragrances. What are your thoughts on these fragrances, and have you bought this kit yet? Again, I don't know what the difference is, or I should say, I don't know why I noticed the difference with prices from when I first bought it to the second time I went and ordered it again, because when the new one comes, I'm just going to basically send it back with the original price. But what do you guys think? Are you excited to try this kit, or are you not really into it? Are you a fan of DIOR PRIVE collection? Do let me know. And what do you think of the new price hikes on this collection? $4.50 for 250 ml, which is what I usually buy, the 250 mls, and that's this one right here. So again, I think it's gonna happen. It's happening everywhere. Price hikes everywhere. I personally think it's the dollar difference. You know, dollar price, the dollar conversion is so close to the euro now. I think that's what's going on, because I've been noticing that the dollar is going up for the last couple of years, especially like just before the pandemic started. And I buy a lot of fragrances from Selfridges. I used to get a better deal there when I ordered them back in 2019 and early 2020, but they started getting closer and closer to similar prices to what we have here. And I personally think that's the reason why this has happened. Prices have gone up again, and there is definitely a difference between buying over there and here. Anyway, that's just the theory I have, but I buy so much fragrances that I noticed that the prices have become similar buying from Selfridges or Harrods from over there to here, and now we see this dramatic price increase here because the dollar is now balanced out with the EU, or I don't know, maybe that's not really a good theory, but what are your thoughts about this? But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this exclusive collection, the original fragrances from Christian Dior Privé collection, which used to be Eau de Cologne Concentration, and then they went into the Privé collection and became, you know, the Privé collection in Eau de Parfum. Do let me know, put a comment down, and will you get the kit? This special collector's edition, or will you wait for when these go into the actual Privé collection in the larger bottles? Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.